So thrilled to be sitting right in front of you, Duquette Johnston.
Thanks for having
writer
me.
of A Rabbit Runs a Destiny.
Thanks for having me, man.
I'm thrilled you're here. Thanks for driving up from Birmingham.
Yep.
Are you a lifer?
No, I'm actually born in Franklin, Tennessee.
Oh, no kidding. Just down the road.
Just down the road. My family goes back in this area, back to the 1700s. Nolensville, Tennessee. My great-great-great-grandfather, Nolan. Yeah, my family's real rich
It's
and old.
named after your great-great-great-grandfather?
Yes, sir.
Well, no kidding.
Yeah, my roots are deep up here. It's why every time I start coming to Nashville, I immediately feel a sense of coming home. Well, it's seen through the smoke and it's seen through the fires, all the things that you breathe. Things that you lie, open your lips and tell me the truth.
So, you prefer Duquette? You prefer Duke? Or you go? Does your beautiful wife call you something else? Well, when she's happy with
you, it depends. I was about to say it depends on when you're asking her that question. You know, like
yeah.
My grandfather, Robert Joseph Duquette. Everyone called him Duke. And that man helped raise me most of my life. And so when I started using my middle name, Duquette, for years people had called me Duke because of my middle name. And so when I shifted some things in my life and started just using my middle name, my closest friends call me Duke.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope I can.
Well, once I've met you, you're a close friend, so call me Duke.
All right, Duke, you got it, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm honored to call you Duke.
Please. We were young, they were new, they were through, you were through. For me personally, that was one of the few songs on the record that I had started writing years prior to this album. But I felt like it fit where I was going, and especially once we changed up the arrangement of it. But lyrically, that song is about finding peace with where you are in life and about accepting that you will ultimately die one day and that you should be running your life chasing what you are meant to be called to do, you know, no matter what that may be. It may be writing songs. It may be working on a bridge. I don't know, you know, but yeah, it's about accepting that bit of death that is all coming to us one day. And see, so many people think that that's morbid, but for me, I mean, that's just hope of, well, let's make the most of the days we got. Well, I turn off the hate and I break through the time by the way you describe the laws that you hide, awaken with me and carry me down. When I write, I don't always know what I'm writing when I'm writing. I'm just writing because I'm just reaching out into the stratosphere, trying to grab a song that's floating down the river and put it out.
Do you need creature comforts? Do you need a certain kind of environment around you to make that happen, or you just allow yourself to be open to it 24/7?
Man, 24/7. It's got to be 24/7. And I remember the moment I felt like that started for me. I was on a trip in San Francisco years ago. After I left the first band, I was in Verbena. In 1998, I went out to San Francisco to get away from Birmingham for a little bit, just decompress and figure out that 9 years of my life were done. Like every bit of my musical life was done. But out there, I wrote a song. I did not have a guitar. I was staying in a friend's apartment, and I wrote this song called My Rollin' Hill. And and I knew what chords I needed. I wrote out the lyrics, and I happened to go to a party across the bridge in Oakland that night, and there was a guitar there, and I grabbed it and went into a room and wrote the song. Well, tell you, babe, where I mistake, and I hope you carry me on. I was born, you were gone. I was wrong, you were Now, I do have some OCD stuff, you know, like
tendencies.
I like to have, especially like when I'm recording, you know, there's a certain scented oil I like to have on.
All right.
And I don't like having anything in my pockets when I'm recording. But when I'm writing, man, you if you think that you can only sit down at certain times, you're missing out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in waiting for inspiration to happen. My family was raised in the mountains on high, could never escape the pain as a child, waking on fire and screaming out for you.
Now, you mentioned raising funds.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that has impressed me over the last couple of weeks, being Facebook friends with you, liking your Facebook page, and we've been following each other on Twitter, is your Pledge Music campaign.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you give us, if you can, give us a little short explanation of what you're doing there?
Yeah, so I chose to use Pledge Music to do pre-sales for the record and to raise some extra funding to, like, you know, hopefully give people a little bit of money for helping me shoot videos. I'm fortunate. I know a lot of people that shoot videos and are great photographers, but, you know, I want people to be paid for their job, that what they do. But I chose Pledge because it gave me a chance to give back to a charity, which is incredibly important for me. Because, you know, years ago, before I did my first solo record, and I won't go off on a tangent, but, you know, I was locked up thinking I was going to prison for a long time. So I assumed I would never write music ever again. And the fact that I came through that, I'm still alive, and I get to do it, it's very important that I give back. You know, it's not about me. Oh, babe, I tried to lose my mind. Wake up with me and bury me down. I was going.
On that. There's nobody hopping on your Facebook page.
Oh, no, that is all me.
It's all you, and Twitter's all you.
Twitter's all me.
You don't have people doing stuff for you.
No, look, I have a publicist and a marketing company that has advised me and get my house in order. But anything you get, an email blast, you see a Twitter post, a Facebook, man, that is me working. You know, everything my wife and I worked on last week, like, she stands beside me and helps me create so much of what we do. Like, that is us. You know, especially this last week. I mean, you're not getting fake posts by somebody's, and not that there's anything wrong with that, because sometimes people are too busy to do a post.
Yeah.
But it's either me or I've written it and asked someone to post it for me. But no, it's me.
Well, that's what I wanted to get to, because you can tell that by your posts.
Oh, okay, good.
You can tell it from your posts on Facebook, and you just know it's personal.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that your path is personal with that Pledge campaign and with Pab Love.
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, how can people hop in there and help out?
All they got to do is go to Rabbit Runs a Destiny, or a Destiny, rabbitrunaDestiny.com. And it takes you straight to my Pledge page. I'm trying to establish right now so that a percentage of all my music, even after I'm dead and gone, will go to Pab Love. You know, it may be something small. I've never made money in music. I've been doing it for 22 years, and last year was the first time that I made what people would call a profit on a song. And, you know, that was fortunate the time that came in, because I would have lost my house if it hadn't have, you know.
How much thought do you give to your stage clothes?
I give a lot of thought to my clothes all the time, honestly. I mean, even though it's pretty simple, but I'm very direct. I have rules for my band on stage. Men are not allowed to wear shorts. No open-toed shoes. You know, like, I'm very specific about that stuff. And depending upon the night, like at our album release show, I told everyone what I wanted them to wear. You know, I had a lighting thing. It was just white lights. I'm very specific about the way I set up my stage for a reason. You know, like I set up so that the band is almost in a horseshoe. I want everyone in the band to see each other and connect with each other. Like, anybody can get on stage, I think, and entertain a crowd all night long. But no offense to people coming to see me, but they're coming to see the music we're presenting. I'm not coming to their house. So I want us to set up and be comfortable. And I think people can grasp that or connect with it more when the band's connecting on stage.
Well, for what it's worth, from the first note, I felt like I connected with you.
Good.
Duquette Johnston.
Yes, sir.
With the T.
With the T.
D-U-Q-U-E-T-T-E.
Mm-hmm.
Johnston.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Now, rabbitrunsodestiny.com do we do Duquette Johnston?
DuquetteJohnston.com will get you there. I mean, that's my website, and I have, when you land on Duquette Johnston, there's a widget for pledge campaign right there. When it's done, that'll shift off, but yeah, rabbitrunsodestiny.com, DuquetteJohnston.com.
I'm excited for you.
I appreciate you having me.
Thrilled that you drove up here for this today.
Listen, I was thrilled when I heard you play my song. I was excited, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Duke.
Yes.